Yo, what's going on, people? So hello to old subscribers that initially found my channel via my weekly Season 1 Westworld analysis many years ago. At the time, that's where I gained a lot of my initial subscribers, so I guess I am back for Season 4. Not entirely sure I'll be doing one every week for this season, depends how much substance and symbolism can be extracted from each episode. I guess we'll see. But there was enough to chew on here in Episode 1, the Arguaries. Not even sure what that word means or how to pronounce it correctly, and I don't think I've ever even seen that word before, or said it. Arguary, a sign of what will happen in the future, an omen. Interesting, learn something new. See, that's what I like about this show. Everything has its exact purpose and sort of hidden meaning. So I'll give a general overview of the episode, but my key focus in film and show analysis is exploring the underlying symbolism. Some of this is purely speculative, and you are free to disagree and or correct me in the comments below. So starting the episode out, we got this dude who apparently owns a massive data storage center, filmed at the Hoover Dam. The man in black, who is no longer a biological human man in black, but a robot man in black, is seeking to purchase this data storage center from the dude, due to the fact that all of the human biometric and algorithmic data from Westworld is stored there. The dude states it's not for sale, the man in black threatens him, and the dude could not possibly conceive of what threat is to come for him. This is where one of the most consistently used symbols of Westworld pops up, the fly. A fly, a symbol that can represent biological decay and human mortality or death. It was first used on top of Dolores and the other host's eye to signal the beginning of the malfunctions, leading to their forward written narrative of self-awareness and self-actualization of their own death cycle within Westworld. The host AI man in black utilizes the flies as a weapon against the dude. The flies now aren't natural biological flies, but a sort of AI drone that can seemingly biologically and psychologically hack humans. This in a horrifying way depicts the fragility of mortal man when going up against transhumanistic AI. A fly being a sort of ironic symbol for this, almost mocking mortal man that can decay. Fly is associated with rot, right? AI is immortal and decay less in a sense. The man in black himself in the first season was clearly a symbol for death as well, Black Hole Sun being a song used to represent him in Season 1. The black sun can represent death. The man in black obviously gets his way, turns this poor dude into a biological host, and gets the original Westworld human data from the park. Next, we see Dolores, who is no longer Dolores, but Christine. She seems to believe she is entirely human and has zero memory that she is an AI host from Westworld. They use mirrors heavily with Dolores in this episode. Mirrors can be an effective way of symbolizing self-reflection, starting Dolores or Christine on another journey of self-actualization like Ford's Season 1 narrative. She touches her face to signal a sort of human-like imperfection, a blemish, a mannerism conscious AI Dolores would have never made. Her roommate pushes her to online date and asks about black or white shoes, a clever nod to the white and black hat symbolism used in the first season, via white-hatted good-hearted William, who later turns into evil man in black with the black hat. Dolores responds in a way to where she's almost having deja vu to these hidden memories or forgotten memories of Westworld. She works for a video game company, Olympiad Entertainment, the gods on Mount Olympus perhaps, ironically or fittingly writing narratives for characters or NPCs. The narrative she speaks on here again acts as a nod or subconscious recall to her past life in Westworld. She's also contacted by her apparent stalker. He seems to be having his free will taken away by some type of technology. We have some Maeve, to me the most uninteresting and overused character in Westworld. She is hiding away still, blah blah blah. Jesse Pinkman is still a construction worker even after the takedown of the quantum AI of Season 3 that was hacking and influencing human reality and messing with free will. A major philosophical question of this show. The conversation between him and his co-worker about the riots. I can't help but call to mind the Summer of Love and BLM. I do recall watching Season 3 at the time and noticing an insane parallel parallel between the content of the show and the mostly peaceful riots that were going on in reality. Ironically, his coworker calls the riots pointless and they haven't changed anything. I think this may be a clue that there is still other quantum AI supercomputers influencing human reality and messing with human free will. A scary thought to think of how perhaps algorithms are actually influencing our actual reality via who knows what technology, at least smartphones and ads at the very, very least. My brain, my choice, yet another highly paralleled piece of imagery, especially right now on a multitude of levels that I dare not speak of, or the algorithm or YouTube bots won't like it. But if you ain't dumb, you know what I mean. So meta. Maeve gets tracked down by old Westworld people, some typical violence and action, learns the man in black is after her, cue the overdramatic Westworld mass destruction music, blah blah. More Christine Dolores peering into self-reflective symbolic mirrors, the symbol of the maze itself shows up on her balcony, probably left by the one-eye enchanted prince, Sonic's dad. Dolores goes on her Tinder date, chats about her work writing narratives for NPCs. This conversation is meta on many levels. It's ironic as the dude she is on a date with is a sort of NPC side character himself, to be shortly used and then thrown away with the focus on main characters who aren't NPCs, just as their conversation discussed. It's also acting as a foreshadow for the big character reveal at the end of this episode, the most loved and handsome NPC of season 1 and 2, the transhuman AI host Prince Charming, Teddy. Some more Dolores reflecting into the mirror. The stalker dude who is pissed off because he is apparently being used like a biological host, but I do entertain the possibility that some of this could be like season 1 with the programmed hallucinations of Dolores, also acting to reawaken her in the new narrative of self-reflection she seems to be set upon. Her programming might just be malfunctioning and this dude might just be an hallucination. Pinkman's stepdaughter, I believe, drops her Teddy, perhaps a foreshadow again to Teddy. Young girl runs outside, pretty irresponsible of a young girl to just run outside of the house at night. Bad parenting. You know the deal. The conspiracy theorist Pinkman ends up being correct. What a surprise. Jesse Pinkman and Maeve reconnect, blah blah blah. Maeve is ultraviolent, blah blah blah. We see sad Dolores introspecting on her balcony, paralleling her standing on the porch in season 1, always in the blue outfit, but this is a more mature Dolores, so it's a darker blue rather than a baby light blue. Then we see the mystery man Teddy has returned. The big reveal got me. I was kind of shocked. This whole episode is loaded with subtle Teddy foreshadows. Online algorithmic NPC dating sounds similar to being paired up narratively with Teddy in season 1. So that sums it up. It will be interesting and scary in its real world implications to see where this season goes. A synthetic AI covert, invisible, omnipresent takeover of biological natural reality, imposing artificial algorithms on free will and chance itself. Pretty scary. Season 5 literally could just be The Matrix. I think this might be the last season though. Anyways, that's all. Hopefully that was to your liking. If it wasn't, please forgive me. I'm an idiot. Comment and subscribe, bros. Okay, bye.